Yo, it is, it is. It's your man King Musa. Welcome to the Cheat Sheet. What I love about this show is we just want to find out, like, how do you do what you do? Whether it's us professors, professionals, or even students who are going out to do exactly what they like to do. Joining me today, we have Mr. Flaco Bucheli. Pim, 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 pim. I want my soundboard, okay? We got to figure out how to hook this up, Mr. Reynolds. But yeah, y'all, I'm super excited to have Flaco with us today. He's going to be talking about music production. But before we get there, let's find out a little bit more about you, Flaco. My first question is, what is your name? What is your stage name?
So, my name is Bucheli.
Can you spell that?
Mariano.
Oh, okay. Mariana.
Kelly. Bucheli.
Yeah.
The stage name is Flaco Bucheli.
Mm-hmm. So how we go from?
So the story is, I have this friend. She's like a sister to me. She's like family, and we were friends ever since middle school. Mm-hmm. And she's real funny. And she's Dominican. She was giving like people like funny nicknames.
Yeah.
And my name was always Flaco, and that means skinny in Spanish. It's like an endearing little like funny nickname. And she always called me that. It was really just her, but she actually helped us kind of like start the band that we were playing in. So like all of my band members started calling me Flaco, and then when I had to like come into the stage name, because it was like my first performance, I was like, what are we gonna come up with? So I was like, show me Flaco, so I'm just gonna go.
I love it. So do you know what Bucheli means?
Huh?
Do you know what Bucheli means?
So that's it's an Italian last name. I don't really think I'm naming, it's just the name.
Okay.
But yeah.
It sounds good. I think it's perfect for the stage. So tell me a little bit about your hometown and upbringing. Where are you from, and how did you even get that talent?
So I was born in Monterrey, in Mexico. So it's like in the northern state, really close to the border. And I kind of lived there till I was like about 6.
Okay.
To San Antonio when I was very young. And I was just living there the rest of my life. And I guess I got into music. I don't know, you know how they do like the recorders in elementary school? I would eat it up on the recorder.
Yeah. I feel bad for any parent whose kid has a recorder right now. Like, break it. Don't break it. But I know I couldn't stand it. Like, yeah.
But it was fun. And then I started playing violin, sort of like middle school. And I kept it going until I started playing guitar and producing in high school.
Why violin? Why did you choose orchestra over band?
So basically, my family loves classical music, and my older brother was a cellist. So, and he was like really messing with the cello, and he was liking it a lot. So they were like, "Oh, you should do it." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't really know what I would play though." So they just like, "You just do violin." Okay, it just seemed like an okay idea.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What kept you on the violin?
It's fun.
Okay.
And it was like a challenge. Like violin is like kind of like, it's a weird instrument to play.
Okay.
But I was really nice and like just with the technique.
What makes it weird?
It's like hard to like make a good noise on a violin. Mm-hmm. Like it's down to like the technique, the way you hold like the bow and everything. And it's like a good like saxophonist.
Yeah, that's me, man.
So like, you know, like saxophone, like you can get the noise out and it sound fine, but like playing hard stuff on saxophone.
Yeah, you're gonna mess up. Yeah. That reed control, everything. Yeah.
It's hard to even make a good noise.
Oh wow.
Before you even start to
That's the French horn, or anybody. No. That's the French horn. Every time you hear that instrument, I'm like, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I gotta be nice. Last but not least, brother, before we hear one of your first songs, well, not one of your first songs, but for us, one of our first songs to hear of yours. What's your genre and your experience? Like, when did you get started, and how many years you've been doing it?
So I started producing and writing music like around 4 years ago when I started high school.
Okay.
It was funny. I was kind of messing around. I was making like crappy trap beats on my computer, but I found like a big passion in Latin music. Like traditional Latin music, was very like beautiful music, talented, like kind of like sophisticated music to me.
Yeah.
So I started like, kind of getting into it, and I was like moving away from kind of whatever I would like, mess around with, and start like really focusing in on like making like good Latin music.
Yeah.
So that's like a big source of inspiration for me. And I was making like just like purely Latin music for a minute, but I started playing with my band and I got more into like some heavier stuff. I mean, like I've liked like alt rock, like punk rock,
Yeah.
like pop punk, all that stuff all my life. So it was kind of good to like start playing that more with my group. And I write music in Spanish and I love Latin music, so I was like with my friends, just like we were kind of like mashing those together.
When did that start? Like 2 years ago, or
It was like a year and a half ago.
a year and a half? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So right now it's just like alternative Latin rock. At least what I've released is like more like alternative rock, but as of late, I've really been doing more like metal music in Spanish and like shoegaze and like happy days, all that stuff.
Yeah. So before we even get to that song, my question is this, right? Most people, it's not all the time the lyrics, right? Sometimes it's the instruments that people love, right? So what instruments are you loving in the rock music? What instruments are you loving in the Latin music? And like, how are you putting this together?
So I think when it comes to rock, I really love the drums. Like I was going to mention that a little bit earlier. I think if I joined band, I would have probably been a percussionist. Like I'm like a percussionist at heart, you know what I mean? So
I can see the drummer boy, yeah.
I really like admire like drums and like rock music. I think it like can make or break a song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love guitar too. I'm like a guitarist. That's an instrument. But I love the percussion and I love the rhythm. When it comes to Latin music, I also really love the percussion in there. They have lots of like original African drums and all the cowbells, and everything has its own groove, so it's very much like it's dance music essentially. So I like kind of combining the rhythms, like Latin percussion on the rock drum set.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the underlying groove. That's kind of like how I like to make the merge between the two. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and turn up to that right now. Here we go. Now you're gonna have to help me say this. Is that the one you want to play first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's do it.
So we got. Say it one more time.
Yes.
Oh, Memirius. Did I say that right?
A quick shout out to my friend who actually helped me make this song. His name is Gabriel. His artist name is Gabriel Dorado. Homie of mine used to play in the band with me, and we kind of like came up with the songs together. So huge shout out to him for the song because he played a good part of it.
Hey, buddy, you made it to the shout out interview. Big shout out to you. Let me get this queued up. Oh, see, the stuff just never want to work well when it's time to work. Let's do it. Yeah, I get a little salsa in this. I promise you. You say this got a little salsa in it? What you mean?
So with that Latin music, all the instrumentation is built around the dance, right? So I really went for like an authentic like salsa group when putting all this together.
Okay. So tell me that process real quick. Like, we're not gonna go through full production and how you do it, but in this song, did you start with the rock first? Did you start with the Latin song first? And how did you kind of build it?
So it was kind of both at the same time. I remember we were jamming to the chords as a group, and it was kind of like nice giving it like the punky feel, but I was playing like the Latin stuff on the guitar, and then so it was kind of like straight off the bat kind of like a mix between the two. But when it came time to record it, I sat down and I recorded all the percussion like live. So like you have like the African drums, all the bells and stuff, all that stuff is like playing in the back, but the drum set is like also accenting the group. So the drums digital,
Okay.
but everything else, well, the drums and the brass in the song are all digital. Everything else is recorded live.
Hmm. Oh, that's cold blooded. Most people can't even do that no more. Oh, so what does no mirrors mean?
So that it means don't look at me.
Okay. And when am I supposed to put this song on? Like when if I'm mad and I'm like, well, go ahead, play no mirrors. Right?
And it's kind of like you put it on when you're kind of like tired of like people stuff and you're just ready to like do you. You know, you're just trying to
5-6 o'clock, right? Coming back from traffic. But all right, for sure. I like that. I like that. So let's talk a little bit about the music. All right. So what motivates you to write music? What gets you to start cooking?
honestly, I just have like a big appreciation for art in general. Like any sort of art, I think if something is like made very well, very like in a sophisticated way, it's like I can appreciate it a lot. And I think it's like one of the more fun things, one of the more beautiful things like we can do as like people. So seeing people like make good art and me admiring so much, like I want to like do it in my own way. It's just like what I want to do at the end of it. It's just like I want to be able to like make a piece of art.
But where you gotta be, like, where do you have to be? At home, on the toilet, or in the studio?
I gotta be in my room.
In
my room.
Okay. What's in your room?
Just my instruments.
Okay.
And like silence. Like I don't really mind if people are there. Actually, like when it comes to like writing stuff, like it's better that people are there so I can kind of like stay locked in. But yeah, definitely the ideas come when I'm like sitting down like with the instrument. When it comes to writing lyrics and stuff, I can't really do it on command. So whenever like it comes to me, I just like write it down and hope I can like put it together later.
Sure, I like that. So what inspires your songs? You said, I know we said that we do have the Latin and stuff mixed, but who are people who might inspire your songs and your styles? Like, who's your favorite artist? Things like that, band, everything else like that. That kind of gives you that funk. Did you grow up on anybody? Did your parents have like their favorite?
I didn't grow up on too much popular music. It was more classical music, but I did play a lot of video games, like Nintendo video games growing up.
Okay.
So one of those video games that I like a lot and I still like love so much to this day is Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And I just, ever since like I was little, like the soundtrack has like always like hooked me. It's like really catchy, very like simple, but like very like good music.
Yeah.
It's like it's catchy, it's nice, it's like a vibe, it's like a chill vibe. So I like the simplicity in it. Like they do a lot with very little.
Yeah. So
I try to do that. But when it comes to Latin music, I'm very inspired by like early salsa bands, like from the 70s to 90s.
Yeah.
A bunch of different groups. There's the singer Hector Lavoe. He's like the king of like salsa music.
Hector,
vocalist. And he had like all the best musicians work with him all the time. Tito Puente was a very big guy. He was like the king of like mambo, like early Latin music.
Okay, so you like to groove for sure.
The one that like made the genre like mainstream, essentially.
Okay, I like that. I like that. We gotta look up those two people. But right now, who would you say is your biggest influence, like especially in the music? Like, if there's anybody you either could make a song with, aspire to be like just.
So I've been a very diehard Rosalia fan. You know who Rosalia is?
No.
So she's a singer from Spain, and she like went to school for flamenco music, but she is very inspiring to me because her whole thing is that she took like flamenco and Latin music and she made it like alternative. She like made it weird and made it like very sophisticated.
Okay, I like that.
Actually, it was a very cool moment when the Grammys rolled around like last year, the Latin Grammys, and she beat Bad Bunny for Album of the Year.
That was the last one?
It just happened with the one before.
Okay. Yes, sir.
But she also won Alternative Latin Album of the Year.
Is there a popular song maybe everybody might know? You know, like Despacito.
I don't know. My favorite song by her is called Saoko, and it's pretty popular.
Okay.
But that song is dope. It's very like intense, and we actually used to cover it like as in a metal style with like band.
You know, leave that alone. So we're not having that interview. I was gonna say, you know, TikTok just wastes time like a clock, right? But you know, that's not this interview. So you brought up the Animal Crossing. I know one of these songs. You got that. Which one is it?
It's a song called No Me He Olvidado.
Hate saying I mess it up every time.
Me
No me.
Olvidado.
Yeah. Listen, I'm working on it. Okay, he's putting me on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and listen to what he just said right now. Stupid. Connect. Sorry, y'all. It's always some technical difficulties. You ready now? There we go. Try that one more time. That's not what we're looking for. There we go. Okay, that's a vibe right there. Okay. Hey, take me to the beach right now.
Yo.
You know the lyrics? Oh, the lyrics. Go ahead, join in. Oh, come on, keep going.
Yo.
Yeah. Man, all right. I couldn't get copyrighted, so I had to pull it down. I got the artist in here on Instagram. He gave me permission. Jesus. So what does that mean? No head, he adabo.
It means I haven't forgotten.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What was some of those lyrics?
Let's see. The chorus says, in translation, it's like, I still have not forgotten the perfume of those hands, which one day painted like happiness in my being. If one day, if you never like return to my side, at least tell me that it was like worth the try, worth the effort.
Man, if I knew that's what it was saying, I see why I gotta go to the beach. This is that long walk. That's tough. That's tough. You wanna tell us what happened? Or just not?
I won't go into detail, but like, you know, like you meet people, you meet like someone who you're like really messing with, and like everything's going good, but like shit don't work out. It just don't work out.
Yeah.
Like, and that's fine. That's just the way it be.
It be like that, yeah. You write about it, Taylor Swift. Yo. Oh man. All right, so let's know a little bit about your audience, Brody. Who should be listening to Flaco Bucheli?
Well, I guess just people like me. I guess people who have like a passion for both like alternative rock and Latin music. I know back home when we would play our shows, I think like close to all of the people who would come were Hispanic and like some sort of, you know, alternative. Yeah, I guess it's just people who like alternative music, but like also like Spanish music and like dance music.
Say less. All right, so why should they listen? We know who gotta listen. What they listening for?
I think they're listening for the experience that's why I try to like make my music be like I don't particularly focus on like catchy lyrics so people like humming it all the time. I want people to like be able to sit down and like even if they don't ever listen to it again, be like, oh, that song was like really crazy. But like also people who like want to like dance and like have like a little bit of like a party with their friends. People like want to have like a good time, just like being themselves, like being free.
Say less. So we got alternative rock, Spanish music. You're free. If you just want to be free when you get off, you know. So last but not least, Brody, before we listen to your last song, give them a little word of encouragement. Oh, actually, scratch that. No, we're gonna ask that question as soon as we get back. But this is for my audience. What encouraging words would you give? You're a freshman, right? You're a freshman for real?
Yeah, second semester.
What's your major?
Sound recording technology, so like music production.
Okay, so let's say you get another one of them next semester, you know, somebody who's the same exact major.
Sure.
What word of advice would you give them, or word of encouragement?
Probably to go to class. But like honestly, when it comes to music, it's just do it. Just sit down and like do it because it's not gonna get itself done. You know, like it's not, the music is not gonna make itself. So if you want to like create something good and want people to listen to it, you're gonna have to like sit down, work on it, like put in the hours and like.
But what if I don't know how to start? What if I really like making music and I came to school to make music, but I don't know how to start making music?
Start slow then, but you gotta start somehow. You know, like even if you don't know what you're doing, like start messing around. See what you like, what you don't like. It doesn't have to like be great, but like find your sound and like find like what is easy, what's good for you, what you like, what you like showing people, you know.
I like that. That's a great word of advice. So this next song, 5. Nope. Cuando eres mía. Did I say that right?
You got it.
Hey, that's that Spanish too. What does that say?
It's when you are mine.
When you are mine. I like that. All right, let's go ahead and take a listen. How about so? You with me still? You were doing all that disconnected earlier. There we go. Okay.
That's good.
So imagine you got this song in the background, right? What you doing? Where you at?
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Okay, that's respect. I thought I was in the bar, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting with my head down, thinking about, you know, hold up. Okay, I like the big stuff. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, where did that one come from?
That one a little bit less than a year ago.
Okay.
It was like a big summer last year. And yeah, I was just in the mood. It was a song about when you're with someone that you really like,
Mm-hmm.
but like you know that the time is like limited between the two.
Yeah.
But it's a song about how like nice spending time with someone is like, even though you like don't have like forever with them. And like,
Hey, you're talking some real stuff right now. Wow.
I mean, like that's like why I called it like cuando eres mía. It means like when you are mine. I think like that line. It's like time takes forever to like pass by when you are mine. But like it's like the when you are.
Okay, this is going. You're not gonna like these production questions. Now remember, you lied, so don't say nothing you're not supposed to say. Okay. But when we are producing, when you're putting all this together, right, from the lyrics, from the pieces, from the part, I want to know how you get started. I want to know, first of all, your titles are deep, which makes your lyrics deeper. And then now you're telling us the background story, and I'm like, either you're gonna have to tell me the story, or you're gonna tell me how you're putting together these pieces. You see what I'm saying? Like most people will not talk about what it's like for somebody who you wanted to stay long, but you knew that they couldn't stay long. So nobody was gonna talk about that. So that's what I'm saying. Where the lyrics? We'll start. Oh, where do you start when you're about to build a song? Let's put it that first.
Honestly, when it comes to writing a song, like I said, it's very in the moment. So it's usually when something big has happened, like a very like emotionally intense moment has gone down. That's usually like when I'm like in the mood to just like talk about it and write it down into like lyrics.
I like it. So it's lyrics first.
Not really. Usually I'll have like a bit of like music that I can put them over. But honestly, they've been coming both at the same time. I usually write while I'm playing out the part on the guitar that I'm making for it.
So do you just kind of go through your chords? How do you pick like what do you want to start?
So I usually kind of sing it out how I want it to be, and then like by ear I find a chord that like matches them very, very well. And then I think like what type of emotion do I want the next chord to bring, right? So like using a little bit of fear and also just like messing around, experimenting. I'll like usually like kind of build it up piece by piece, and then I can have something that I can like play over and make more lyrics too. I like other sections too.
Do you have a special style for your lyrics, or how do you kind of pick out what you want to say?
So I try to be as limitless as possible when it comes to writing. I don't usually follow like rhyming formats. Actually, sometimes my music doesn't, or my lyrics don't rhyme too often. I try to make them rhyme because like rhyming is good for music. But I just write, and I write like sections, and then maybe I'll take like a line or two, expand on that, maybe take a bit out, and maybe switch it around. Honestly, it's whatever fits.
So do you write the whole thing out? Do you write pieces? Like some people have to punch in, I know more rap and stuff like that, but are you more, you build it piece by piece, or you have to start cutting stuff out? Like you wrote the whole thing down and now you're just trying to find what the style is.
I usually go like piece by piece. When it comes to the recording, I like punch in a little like a lyric or like guitar, but that's just like so I get a perfect take. But when it comes to lyrics, I just kind of lay it all out. Make the adjustments after.
How long does it take for you to, create an album or EP?
I know it used to take me like a month to get one song finished, because I would just like work on it and try to get it like perfect.
A month to finish one song?
In like high school, so like I would just come home, like finish my homework, have a couple hours to like kind of work on it, and didn't know too much of what I was doing. I was still learning, so it would kind of take me forever to like come up with something that I liked. But recently, usually the weekends are like my free time. So it's usually Saturday afternoon. I'll like wake up, get some food, and then go back to my room and spend the whole afternoon just coming up with something new. And I've been able to do like recordings in one afternoon now. Yeah.
What? Really? Recordings in one afternoon. So how many songs now can you say you can make in a month?
In a month? 4, 5 maybe.
Okay.
If I'm doing like one a week.
Yeah. Do you kind of just freestyle write songs, or you actually try to create projects and everything?
So I'm boarding songs right now. I'm just kind of coming up with like whatever. I'm just gonna sit down and make something I like, kind of make a collection out of it, and then eventually I'll choose what I like, re-record it so it's like album ready. Because they're just kind of demos. They're just kind of like rough drafts. So just lay it out so you get the idea. and then I go back to it, re-record it, and it's like the perfect form, and then process it so it's like ready to drop.
That's crazy. Well, let me ask you that then. How does it feel to have an incomplete project? Like,
It's exciting.
really?
It's kind of exciting, yeah, because I'm all about being productive. I like, as long as I'm being productive, I'm at peace. So I'm getting ready to release another project. I think probably like around the time of the summer hits, it'll probably be ready to release.
What's your last release?
It was last summer in July, so it'll be like almost a year since then. But it's really exciting because I'm very excited to like show people like how I'm developing my sound. Platform.
I like it. You done gave us the game now. So I don't know if I'm ready to write music. But I'll grab my saxophone though. I'm a little bit more comfortable with that. But go ahead, give yourself a shout out. Let them know where to find you, all your socials, your music platforms, and is anything else you want to say?
Well, my name is Flaco. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. It's Flaco Bucheli on everything. You can listen to all my music on all streaming platforms. And I guess for the people that I'm going to school with, SFA, you can find me around campus. I've been meaning to do more performances around town, maybe on campus. So you can catch me anywhere. And I guess I just want to thank everybody that wanted to tune in, listen, everybody that joined the live.
Thank y'all. Seriously, that like the numbers are just jumping. Every few seconds we see somebody come in and say hello. I got hearts popping up. I say, oh, Flaco over here bringing all the people, man. But no, Flaco, I really appreciate you, Brody, for taking the chance to even doing this interview.
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure, a nice opportunity. It was very good talking.
Last but not least, before you go though, what can we expect? Just stop. What can we expect coming up next for you, bro? Like, what do you have coming up next? Anything?
Good music and live shows around Nacogdoches.
Like it. Hey, y'all stay tuned for that. I will be announcing that. Thank y'all for tuning into KSAU 90.1 The Axe Radio. Remember, March 1st, we're going to be changing our station tag to KAXM.